We are making the Hexaflexagon, all the directions at the bottom. That was the template. You can make your own. This is mine that I designed for our Spinner book series. And here it is all colored. Make it any color you want. Make sure you have your scissors and glue. And you want to cut carefully. You will see as we get here that this project has some special cut areas. So I went over it, but right there, you can see the scissors. That indicates we are cutting right there. So we're going to be cutting diamonds out, and that's because the other diamond is on the other side. That's over there with my pink waffles that kind of look a little bit more like peanuts at the moment to me. So we're just going to cut on these bold lines here and get that shape kind of just, strong and edged out. Cut all the way across. Now, again, we are just going to cut this off right here, so save your directions for later. And over here, I did not put scissors, but that empty space is an empty space. That means we are going to remove that area because we need those little trapezoid tabs for later. I'm going to cut this one off here, and yeah, I'm not following my own directions here. Don't do this. And I realized it, so we are going to fix this with tape, because even I make mistakes. Even though I make these projects and I've made them for years, I still make mistakes. And tape is going to be a really helpful tool in this project. If you have challenges while doing this project, I highly recommend moving from glue to tape. I am going to complete this project with glue, but if you need, grab the tape. Now, we're going to cut all the way across. There we go, and I'm double checking to make sure that's nice and strong, and it seems good to go. So now we're going to do 1,000,000 folds, 1,000,000 creases. Everything is going to be folded. The tabs, all the straight lines between each diamond, all of them, and then we're going to do extra folds going across it too. So here we go. We've got those. Now, I'm folding and unfolding because I don't want the folds getting in the way. Just in case I don't fold straight enough, they could get in the way and then I would mess up my project. So I'm going to unfold and then fold. And see, we got to be really careful here. And it is important to fold both directions. So what I'm going to do is fold here one way, and I'm going carefully and staying on that line. Press it really good. And then I'm going to fold it the other direction. So we're going to flip it. And we're going to keep doing this. Fold and flip. Crease. Really good. I'm using my fingernail to make that really strong. You want, again, it's a flexagon. So you want all of this to be flexible. So you're going to need to make sure that you get those creases in there really good. Again, follow that line carefully. Don't just stick it on the table and fold it and, oh, I'm done. Don't do that. Make sure that you're folding on that line really carefully. See how pointy it is at the corner there? This is important with this project. The other flexagon projects we worked on don't have as much of a necessity in paying attention to the folds. It's more about the connecting points. On this one, you want to be careful. We're going to just keep going. And now we have the other direction. So I'm double checking to make sure everything, see how it moves really flexibly. Now here we go, all the way across the other way. It's going to fight you now because you have your fold going the other way. So the paper's going to be like, but I folded already. And you're going to be like, I know, but I want you to fold the other way. Remember, who's the boss? You are, not the paper. Paper can be bent. You are in charge of bending it. And this is where it becomes even more important to focus on the lines in between each diamond so that you get it nice and smooth. Now here we go, other direction. Scrape across that, get it really sharp. And on to the next one. In this one, you can already start to see the shape is forming. When I did that, there was a little diamond that was kind of just hanging out independent there for a second. That's what's going to happen. You're going to see a bunch of 3D diamonds. Okay, crease, I try not to crease too hard on the top with the crayons, and I crease harder on the bottom where there's no crayons because I don't want to smear my crayon marks. There we go. Okay, and flip-a-rooney. Here we go. Now we have another step, but let's look at what we're doing next. So, right here, each one of those. So each diamond is being cut in half into a triangle. There's little gray dotted lines in between. They're hard to see depending on how dark your coloring is. And again, it's important to line up your edges. Make sure that you get that right there, and then flip it and do it the other direction. And then you can already see the lattice fold on that white side right here. Okay, creasing it, but I'm not pressing it entirely until I match up those points. And then that straight line, see how it wasn't straight? There we go. Okay, all of that on this particular project is important. So I want to make sure that I get those matched up as best as possible. Okay, next one. Folding. Just a gentle fold. There we go. Now I got my point. Okay, now flip it over and let's see if we've matched everything up. Okay. Two more, I think. There, fold, matching those points. Match that edge. Oh, there. Made a little adjustment. Now, there. Okay. And this one. Okay, points matching, edge matching. Other direction. Smooth it out. Okay. We got it. Make sure, check everybody. Make sure they're all flexible. Flexy, flexy, flexy. You can see all of it. Now, you can see we have that glue tab and this one. So we're going to bring it together and it's going to make a funny tube shape. And that umbrella one is going to cover the one with the glue. Okay, so half of that triangle is on this side. That's that other half. Half is over here. Half here. And those two are going to go in there on the other side, making a donut shape. But it's going to be closed because the triangles. So I'm going to bring all of these triangles in. I want them to be making little valleys. Each triangle on or diamond on that side, they're triangles to me because I'm only looking at the two sides of them, making my mountain fold. And I'm going to do the same thing with these half diamonds over here, which are definitely triangles. And I am making sure that, again, they are making a valley in the middle because it's going to be easier to glue together if I bring two valleys together. Two valleys, squishing them together right here, and it's going to cover it. See? It's going to come together and cover it. Now we're just dry testing at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over and I'm just going to draw this line so you can see this is that half. That half is right here and that's where the glue is going to go. So I'm going to put the glue on only half of the diamond and I'm going to make a little valley. I'm going to do the same thing here, pressing it into the middle and putting that on top like that. And I bring this together and just dry testing right now. And you can see we've got two valleys. Now I'm going to make a third valley. There we go. And then what's going to happen is that end is going to get stuck into the other end. And we're going to make it into a roundish shape. Okay. Now I'm only putting the glue on this other side. The side that has the triangle sticking out. making sure I get that corner, and I'm putting lots of glue on this. I'm not, you can use tape here. I think it's complicated with tape, but that's just my opinion. You can give it a try. Now you can see how that's coming down right here, and it kind of looks like a bow. Okay, so we're going to bring that down, press this over, and then we're just pinching, just gentle pinching. Now in this one we can pinch from the inside, but the others we will not be able to. We're going to pinch from the outside. So we're just making sure that the puffy part of our finger is pinching and not like pinching with our fingernails. Okay, now I test it and it closes. So, and everybody's staying together. It's all glued here. So I can move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue, again, only on half of that, just the mountain range. Then I'm going to turn into the valley. Here we go, pressing that in. And then again, we're just going to pinch gently. Again, I'm not pinching with my fingernails. I'm pinching with the pads of my fingers. That's the puffy parts. Okay, now that's sticking, and I can double check it. Look at that. Okay, that's coming together. Last one. We almost have a hexaflexagon. There we go. Now we're going to bring that down into the center, making our valley. And we're going to put that triangle on top. Press it, pinch it. There we go. And now we're going to bring it all together. That's where this is going to go. See that open area? It's going to glue in there. But first, let's just bring these all together. Okay, right there. Look at right there. Like that. Dry fitting. See? Now, we're going to dry fit it. Yeah, I felt something wiggle. Okay, so we're going to bring it all together. Right here. Dry fit. And carefully flip it around so we can see. And, oh, popped right back out. We're going to dry fit that back in there again. Okay. Now, this is going to go away from the center. If you twist it away or twist it down, now the new picture arrives. Okay. So we twist it, again, pushing those together. The points, pushing them all together. Okay. Now, we're ready. We're going to put glue only on the glue side. So it already shows us our glue, and we're going to put glue here. We're not sandwiching it. We're not putting glue in the middle of those. We want those two to be open because that's part of the flexing. Okay, now we're going to bring this together right here, stick that in, and then we're going to pinch. And we're just going to hold it for a second while we're pinching. Okay, make sure that it's stuck right there. Okay, pinching. There. Now we're going to count it out, give it a moment to dry. That's our 10. We're going to do it again. We're not rushing this because it will fall apart if we rush it. That's 10. So we're doing a whole count to 30. Here we go. Now you can rotate it. And it just keeps going and going and going. Now, of course, you can test it with one hand, the other hand, see which hand is better. You can go forwards and backwards. You can see that this hand for me, my right hand, and I'm stuck. I can't rotate it. So I'm trying not to use my other hand. Now this hand, my left hand, once it gets moved, see, there we go. Up, down.
Glue spot, let's make some magic.